going on. Yeah, this Russia-Ukraine war thing is like, it's like ratcheting it up like quick. It's not gonna go away. It's definitely, they're gonna set this up for a big long war of attrition situation. Really milk it for all it's worth. I mean, it's just political theater, man. These people are all satanic puppets just playing a role. Like freaking Shakespeare said, this is like there's the Albert Pike WW3 letter to Mazzini. And I mean, this is all outlined in it, how the global powers are working together. You know what I'm saying? And through this, you know, they get to, I mean, it's weird. They really get to, we've been through so much with the supply chain. And what's funny is there's been this freedom trucker thing. We're not hearing about it very much. And freaking all they talk about is they're obsessed with this Ukraine thing. And it's funny that coincides with these gas price hike ups while all these truckers were freaking already protesting at the same time that all this was getting released. It's like a diversion. And I mean, in a way, man, I mean, it's a complicated situation, dude. It's not like, look, America's just not like, oh, helping Ukraine because we're good people. It's because they already have invested interest there. And since NATO already wants to occupy that country, and you got to think about it strategically from another, like, fucking warlord's freaking ruler, leader, whatever you want to say. You got outside influence set up right on your border. Or listen, you could see that as aggression. So look, we're not necessarily clean as the corporate America goes. America has the corporation, the all caps, and the American flag trimmed in freaking gold cents. But it's really got freaking, I mean, in between the mainstream media guys, but also if you listen to the Trump stuff on the internet, dude, it's like they are really piping these two people to fight each other. Like, it seems to me it almost be like it could trigger a mini freaking civil war. I mean, or even you could say this: if all of a sudden one political party said, you know what, we're just taking over, and this has happened in other countries, and then they go through and they shoot everybody who's not willing to get on board with the new regime change, with the new power structure. You know what happens in the mafia? You know what I'm saying? The new boss fucking whacks the old boss. You also got, you know, the whole corporate merger, corporate thug thing, where they buy a company and dismantle it and put a bunch of people out of work and make more money for the banks. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like wealth redistribution, man. And through this, I mean, look, listen, my grandpa told me this. He said the Great Depression was done intentionally, and it was a freaking power grab. It was wealth redistribution. They can trigger a crash. The rich people already withdrew all their money, and then they buy back the stocks for pennies on the dollar, and then they reset the economy. There's also a 100-year war. They also have these 100-year wars where they have to get rid of some of the population, reorganize the power structure, and also, you know, look, the victor now gets to steer the culture. You know what I'm saying? So they get the power, the glory, the prestige, that narcissistic kind of supply of, because I mean, that's really all it is. Even these people with their big power shit, that money just is equivalent to narcissistic supply. Because look, you can control people with your money and power and influence things in your favor. So it's like, look, dude, when it comes to a crime, a real conspiracy, a real organized crime, RICO Act type of a situation, establishing motive, like in a murder case. Why did they do it? Why did you initiate violence? It's like, well, sometimes if somebody was poking the fucking bear and they catch the fucking paw, well, dude, that's what happens when you poke the fucking bear. But when the person just all out like says, hey man, what's that? And then when you look over there and then he sucker punches you, yeah, that's a real asshole move. I mean, all's fair in love and war though. But look, yeah, but still, you're gonna have to call a spade in that situation. So it's definitely, there's a lot of fear out there, like people freaking out. It's called, look, people are getting a real fatalistic view of things real fast. They're ready. They're ready to frickin' get handed a machine gun and thrown out of a plane. There's a lot of people already, they're already primed up and geared up for that. And they're going to use this bullshit patsy patriotism on people who are really going to believe they're probably doing the right thing. It says this in the Bible. It says, there will be those who kill thinking they're doing God a service. But look, God's people ain't put here to kill people. We're put here to preach the gospel, I guess, and live and frickin' learn. And whatever God's purposed for you in your life, you're supposed to fulfill that task or find out what it is. You know what I mean? And this isn't nothing. Yeah, like, look, it's weird. It's like they've already been caught using old footage, like outdated footage, man. It's basically, there was this thing called the Kentucky Gun Show, where it was a clip of a bunch of weapons being fired, and they actually try to pass it off as it was really going down right now, and it was all freaking like straight up fake news. And they're already using fake news. So I mean, listen, dude, look, how are you supposed to back somebody that you know is a fucking liar, and they're not being forthcoming about the shit they're trying to conscript you in? You know what I'm saying? Or they just want, it's, in a way, it's just like, and it's also a kind of, oh, don't worry about it, we got this under control, you just do what you're told. Kind of a, look, we're your parents. They're parentified flying monkeys. Which means these fucking politicians, I mean, this happened during the fucking during the frickin' that first part of the pandemic, scamdemic, frickin' where our governor was talking to people like we were guilty of something, like we were dirty, sick. We better do what they say, or we're gonna get grounded, or they're gonna take away our allowance, and they're not gonna pull up our pants for us after we piss and tie our shoes for us, right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, they were really using this magic where they were trying to cast a fucking shadow fucking on the wall. And what this totally is too, man. Listen, people that think that they're awake on the left or the right, it's the parable of Plato's frickin' cave. That it's like the guy gets out, he realized he was told to sit in this cave, and all he could see was these shadows on the wall, and he thought that was what real life was. But one day he goes and he notices that no, there's a bunch of frickin' people frickin' in this cave. Well, look, don't even know it's a cave yet. These people are frickin' standing in front of the fire making shadows. So the dude frickin' also, he checks that out, and then he finds out there's a way to get out of this place, but you had to go up this long tunnel. And he's going up this long tunnel, and then you frickin' see the light at the end of the tunnel, and then he goes outside, and it's the frickin' real world. And he's like, whoa, this is great. What the heck is this, right? And he's like, oh, I gotta go back down and tell all the frickin' people what's going on. And then when he goes in the cave, the people preferred it down there, because either you're just watching the puppet show, because that's all these people are fucking puppets, man. They're just ceremonial. Or you were the guys casting the shadows, playing the puppets. They love that little, look, it's that sadomasochistic fucking sex slave master fucking relationship, dude. Freaking, because that's what a pimp wants to do, is control your fucking mind. If you get your mind, you get your body. You know what I'm fucking saying? And they're playing this same game on us, but the people liked it so much, they killed the guy, and they all stayed down there in the cave with their fucking little puppet show. You know what I'm saying? And I was trying to tell my buddy, man, I'm like, look, dude, you're too obsessed about this in the wrong fucking way. And I could say that to either side. Is that it's like, look, you're still, you're watching the puppet show, and you think you're fucking awake. And can't nobody tell you fucking different. But even if you make it out of that state, you're probably only still just at the fire. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't even been out of the fucking real cave matrix yet. That's an analogy of our current political situation, big time. That on either side, man, when you, no matter what side you're fucking sitting on, you're still watching the fucking puppet show, dude. And you're not seeking deliverance from the captivity, from the mental slavery. You know what I'm saying? Which shows that you don't know, or you would fucking, if you knew, you wouldn't be trapped at the fucking fire talking about what's going on at the puppet show. You'd be like, man, I wonder if what that guy said that we fucking smoked was true. Maybe we just slayed this man and he's like one of the prophets of old, and that we're going to be guilty. No, they don't say that. They're like, oh, how about them Knicks? Oh, did you see that shit on the mainstream lamestream last night? You know, small talking on some chit chat, and then also like prearranged scripted topics that fucking like don't look. They're not, your people ain't taught fucking how to think critically. They're taught what to think, dude. Whoa. Almost looked like I just seen a little fucking flash of light in here, dude. It's kind of weird. I wanted to blast it with a freaking flashlight. Yeah, no, I am seeing a light. It was an optical illusion, though. Yeah, man. But that's what's going on here with this freaking whole this political theater situation. But look, it's gonna, they're really gonna do a fucking blood sacrifice where they're gonna really send different armies off to fight each other. I mean, these are not, well, there's the moon. These are not the times where your leaders are out there on the battlefield with you in a chariot. They sit way far away in comfort and fucking look, in luxury, and they send off regular, gullible, naive folks off to do their evil bidding. But it's like Isaiah says, they will freaking, man, what does he say? It's something about they'll put evil for good and good for evil. You know what I mean? And it also does say in Isaiah this, that look, a time will come where they can no longer cover up their lies, dude. That they're gonna be all exposed. Like there's gonna be disclosure. They're gonna be like caught, hand in the cookie jar, red-handed. They're gonna be put on a silver platter, and all their evil folly will be exposed. You know what I'm saying? And only those that are willingly ignorant of the truth are gonna miss it. You know what I'm saying? So, even though, yeah, look, dude, yeah, shit's gonna get crazy, man. No matter what happens, and it's not gonna get better. It was not meant to. This is meant to bring us into some kind of engineered crisis so they can bring some kind of solution. It's a problem, reaction, solution. But instead of just our own country doing it to us, we got the full fury of all the globalists working together on this one. Frickin', so this is the first time we're really not in Kansas in a long time where they're gonna drag us by a hook in the mouth into global politics. And the lamestream, the sheep are gonna gobble that shit up, and they're gonna be frickin' fleeced and sacrificed, man. And just don't get caught up in the frickin' hype.